Ronald Reagan used to say the scariest words in the English language are, "Hi, I'm here from the government, and I'm here to help you." Well, we've gone far beyond that. The new word should be, "Hi, I'm here from the government. I'm here to lie and cover up." And today, our so-called government has reached a new low. The Secret Service, which covered for Bill Clinton, by the way, as he was getting sex, and it was more than oral sex, you can believe that, from Monica Lewinsky, a White House intern, has now covered up, likely for Hunter Biden. He obviously is the one who brought cocaine into the White House. Notwithstanding the national security implications with regard to white powder, with regard to potential anthrax, with regard to anything else that can get in, the Secret Service now says, oh, we have no information, we have no evidence, we don't know who was involved, despite the fact that the White House has security cameras at every inch of the place. In fact, most people don't know this, but wherever the president walks is just one example. There are sensors under the floor. You can tell exactly where he is at all times. And that applies to everybody in the White House, every White House official and employee. The Secret Service has covered up for Joe Biden, just like the Gestapo of a Justice Department and the Gestapo of an FBI, the sub-agency of the Justice Department, the Department of Injustice, has covered up for Biden. Let there be no mistake about it. We are in a total war with this alleged government. This government does not represent us. They lie to us on a daily basis, on a minute-by-minute basis. They can't be believed on anything. The polls say that only 6% of the American people believe anything the government says. I don't think it's that high. Doesn't matter whether you're right, left, or center. No one believes them anymore. And we are in a real crisis because suppose we get into a nuclear showdown with North Korea, with Iran, with Russia, and a president comes on TV and tells us to do X, Y, Z. Of course, this president couldn't come on TV. He'd probably be sleeping or laying near death on his bed, given the fact that he's about ready to expire of his own volition. But how can you believe anybody? You can't. And that is why Freedom Watch has its Third Continental Congress to declare a new government and not a new nation with honest and ethical leaders, to remove immunity by amending our Constitution to allow government officials to be sued and judges to be sued. These individuals and officials are the yes men and yes women of the corrupt politicians who are running our government. And also, let there be no mistake about this. The Republicans will do their dog and pony show, but they have no ability to deal with either this drug issue in the White House, most likely concerning Hunter Biden, or it would have come out by now, or anything else. It is simply a show. And even those in the House of Representatives, like Lauren Boebert and others who want to impeach Joe Biden, they're being blocked by the so-called Speaker of the House, Kevin McCarthy. This is a guy who has even thrown President Trump under the bus in the last few weeks. You know, Trump threw his support back to McCarthy to get him the speakership, and now he says he won't even endorse President Trump. This is what you're dealing with. There is no honor among thieves. And there are some good people in the House of Representatives, but they're in the minority, and they don't have really the support of the Speaker of the House. In fact, those in the Freedom Caucus are on the verge of removing McCarthy. And what happens when you remove him? What next one will we get that does nothing? So this is where we are, ladies and gentlemen, fellow patriots, people of faith, those who believe in the vision and creation of our founding fathers. We have no government. It's a dog and pony show. And when we do have a government that does anything, it is 99.9% against the interests of the American people. So rise up and join Freedom Watch. Join our Justice League. Contribute with tax-deductible contributions. We are your real Justice Department. We need your support. We need more lawyers. We need more paralegals. We need to bring prosecutions in the name of the people, under the law of nature. Nature is God, as it says in our Declaration of Independence, to hold the guilty in government accountable and to make sure that they pay the price peacefully and legally for their actions. They need to be indicted. They need to be tried in people's courts. They need to be convicted. They need to be sentenced. And in the case of Joe Biden, Hunter Biden, and James Biden, and of course, Anthony Fauci, who I call Dr. Mengele, These kinds of people need to be put away for the rest of their lives. Fauci alone has killed over 10 million people. He gave the seeds of COVID-19 to the Wuhan lab to do gain of function research, and then he's lied about it repeatedly. These are the people that need to be taken to the public square, and they need to be indicted, convicted, sentenced, and put away where the sun don't shine. We have a right in 48 states of citizen's arrest. We're not advocating anything physical or anything other than peaceful. But when we get these convictions, we will ask law enforcement and the military to carry them out. They will have legal process to do it. And then we'll see where we go from there. We at Freedom Watch are trying to wage a counter-revolution and wake up America, as I wrote in my book. We're trying to do it peacefully and legally. We don't want to see violence, but if we don't succeed, there will be others in this country who certainly do more than just take to the streets. So go to freedomwatchusa.org, contribute to our cause with tax-deductible contributions. Please join our Justice League and become part of our citizens' army to save this country for your children, grandchildren, and future generations. I'll be back tomorrow with another special podcast. Until then, remember, the Father and Son will only help us if we help ourselves.